We are going to be conducting a full investigation as to how we got to this point, because this is not a necessary consequence of an office to residential conversion. This, however, is clearly a breakdown in that process.
Mayor Zohran Mamdani continues to express optimism in the city's sweeping plan to convert unused office space, particularly in Manhattan, into apartments. But the destabilization at Pfizer has raised concerns about the lack of union labor being used at construction sites and just how feasible it is to successfully change Manhattan office skyscrapers into housing.
Do you still consider converting office buildings into apartments as part of the solution to the housing crisis? And if so, will your DOB inspect these properties differently moving forward?
Yes, I do continue to consider the conversion of office space into residential space as part of our answer to the housing crisis. I also consider that we have to do so safely and in a way that is fully accountable.
New York only just began to allow this to happen on a widespread basis 2 years ago. It was a plan championed by Governor Kathy Hochul and former Mayor Eric Adams. Tax breaks are offered to convert buildings like the former Pfizer headquarters into apartments if they include affordable housing. Manhattan Borough President Brad Hoylman-Siegel says there are 90 similar conversion projects underway in Manhattan. And he says while lessons certainly need to be learned, what happened at the Pfizer building should not stop a program when the city needs 400,000 units of new housing just to keep up with its population.
That's so crucial when we have the affordability crisis and the housing shortage in Manhattan and in all the boroughs.
Now, to be clear, city officials say that this project will not be continuing anytime soon, even if other office to residential conversion projects are continuing. Not only does it need to be shored up, as Jay was talking about, but there needs to be that thorough investigation and examination of what the disconnect here was that resulted into the bowing of those several columns and the risk to the general public just yesterday. So this one not moving anytime soon. In Midtown, Henry Rossoff, Pix 11 News.